Let's go on to the mud racers, and Jerry Guinness from Fresno, California is our first one.
This is going to be a truly exciting class. These are lightweight 3,000-pound vehicles. Big horsepower. This is a naturally aspirated Chevrolet, a fiberglass 50 model Jeep. It's been shrunk a little bit. We're going to find out the quick time of the night because JP, he will set quick time as he goes in. And he makes it all the way through, and that's what you want to do. Cleans it out a little bit, gets it just a shot of the nitrous oxide. JP, watch out.
Now, that's something I wasn't expecting. How about yourself? Right off the track.
That's out of bounds. But JP, we'll see if we can take a look at it on the replay, and I think we're going to find out that he broke an axle right on the starting line. Now, watch the left front tire when he leaves the starting line on it. I don't see that left front tire turning. The front tires aren't turning as hard as the back tires, so the drive line has gone out of it. The tires are pulling it around, jerks him sideways, out of bounds, and a disqualification tonight.
Todd Blancette from Madeira, California is our second competitor, actually the first because of Jerry Guinness' disqualification.
This is one fine piece of equipment, the Bud Light Party Animal. Spud's McKenzie ride, I guess. A supercharged Chevrolet motor probably pounding out 1,500 horsepower. There's a spot of Spud's, and I don't think Spud gets a ride like this too often.
Spud's had a great year, though.
We're going to see a great ride. Big horsepower, lots and lots of excitement, and he's got to blast the pit. Here's a man that can run just a hair over 2 seconds in this mud. Watch him right at you. My heaven. Had to back completely out of it to regain control to keep it inbound. And what a blast for that Bud Light Party Animal as it zinged the pit. Immediately gets on it. He's crossways in the pit. And when he does that, he knows he's got to keep it inbound. So right there for just a moment, you saw the mud whip going up in the air. He's up on top of the front tires are actually in the air, and the rear tires just skimming the top of the mud, much like you'd skip a rock across. Then he's immediately on the brakes to shut it down. A very short shutdown area here tonight. Well, the 3.42 is going to be a very good pass tonight, but I don't think that's going to stand up. I think we're going to find some guys that's got the straight airline and will make a close to a 2-second pass.
Here's Jim Jarrett next.
Jim having some problems with the 460 Mustang, but he's churning the mud, trying for the end, and he made it out. That's all the way through. Now, the finish line is where the uprights go up high. It's not all the way out of the pit, but the 460 Ford, he was really having some problems training through the mud. But the most important part of it is he made it all the way through the mud. We had one that was disqualified. One of them didn't make it all the way through, had motor problems. And the Mustang made it all the way through. Not the best time in the world, but an excellent job.
Wendy Turman of Long Beach, California, ready to start her run. 3.42 is the mark to beat.
I'm very anxious to watch Wendy. Look out. Ooh, she was bouncing all over the place, JP. But that lovely lady had a strong pass and may have very well taken the lead. Wendy just winging it all the way down the track. A beautiful job of driving as she cleans the tires out a little bit and gives the crowd a great wave. Watch her now. Look how fast she turns those tires, and watch her being bounced around inside that roll cage. She's taking a rough ride and does a great job out of it on the binder, shutting it down. What a great job for the Californian. That young lady, you can tell why, is a professional mud racer and one of the best.
And her time was better than Todd Blancette. A great race, 3.21 seconds. She's the leader. Our next mud racer, Pete Islas from Long Beach, California.
Pete's running a full-size Jeep body. It's a naturally aspirated, not a supercharged engine like some of the others that we've seen blast this pit tonight, like Wendy Tarman. Wendy has really done a good job, set a quick time of a 3.21. But in this mud racing, the horsepower is very, very essential. But as we've noticed tonight, the driver's style and what the driver's doing to keep it between the lines is also very, very important in this hard-to-handle Jeep. And I would imagine there again you've got a name that really fits the truck. I think it'd be awful hard to handle tonight. Boy, there was a tremendous pass, JP. That's the man we talked about earlier with He broke the right front tire, axle completely off of it. Broke the right front tire, and he may have done that when he came out of the pit. But sheared the right front tire off. That's part of the sport. Fell down on the track. Let's see it with the replay as we get ready to watch it. Now, this is a good pass. Watch him. He keeps it real straight. He's hard on the motor. The front end's up in the air, but watch the right front tire. There's where he has all the problems. Just doing a great job here. Broke it right on the end. When he hit the end of the pit, it came up a little bit. The mud had came out of the pit quite a bit, and he actually broke the right front tire on it when it launched out of the pit. A tough break, but a very fine run for one hard-to-handle truck. A brand new leader, Hard to Handle, has just taken the lead at a 3.04. A 3.04, well, I think that would probably make up a little bit for the unfortunate incident right there at the end when he hit that part of the pit and sheared off the right front tire.
A look at Glen Weller from Santa Maria, California.
Well, it's another one of the fiberglass high horsepower Jeep. A big block Chevrolet, fuel injected under the hood. Here again, not a supercharged engine, but a fuel injected motor. He brings it up to the line and gets ready to try to blow the pit. Our leader is 3.04. 3.04 is the leader, and gonna back up, make him a little bit of rut there, try to clean it out a little bit. Take him another shot. Very, very important, JP, to line up straight with the pit. As we've seen tonight, so many of these vehicles have had problems right off the starting line where the vehicle jumps sideways. You either have to go out of bounds or you back out of the throttle and try to correct. Well, backing out of the throttle is going to cut out on the time, but it also keeps you in bounds. Well, there's a guy that really hung him out on the line. And I think that cameraman may need a little examination.
I was going to say, we got an awful brave for a cameraman that doesn't see very well. One or the other.
Watch this pass, a beautiful pass. It's a good straight pass. A little crooked off the line, but he doesn't have to back out of it. Tires up in the air. Now he's on top of the mud, just skimming the top of it. That's the name of the game. Comes right out of the pits, and look at that. Right up next to our cameraman. That young man is a very brave soul. There's our cameraman.
Well, he can laugh now, but he's very lucky. Very lucky.
Rob Darcy, and we are taking up a small collection to see about Rob getting some glasses.
Here's our mud race results, and Hard to Handle, driven by Pete Islas, was the winner at 3.04 seconds. In second place, Psychotic Reaction, 3.07 seconds, so 0.3 from a second behind. And coming up next, something that we strongly advise that you don't practice at home. Reckless Wrecks when we return.